What should I do if I feel like ending it all?" The evil king's forehead was drenched in cold sweat. He didn't dare to raise his hand to wipe, always bending over. Not even a breath was dared to be taken. Rumors of the war demon valley. It was the ancient demon clan invading Nanju, the battlefield of the explosive war. Due to the participation in the war, they are all heavenly realm strong ones, causing the battlefield to collapse into space. Nanju therefore suffers from a collapse of the local earth vein. The rules are incomplete, but there are reports that 20 to 30 years later, the Valley of War will be opened. After speaking, the evil king nervously glanced at Xuan. Xuan then closed his eyes, deep in thought. It seems this evil king really doesn't know much about the past events. "Do you have any other strong warriors at the evil king pavilion?" Xuan was deep in thought. Which powerful figure is behind the layout of the evil king pavilion, except for me and my uncle? However, he has been in seclusion for many years. The evil king hesitated for a moment. In the end, I chose to answer honestly. With the opponent's terrifying strength, we must eliminate the evil Wang Ting. Cannot resist either. It's better to come clean. Xuan understood clearly. That person is the old evil king, the strongest in the evil king pavilion. There are even rumors circulating outside. He has already used some kind of secret technique, successfully broke through to the boundary. Then give him a twin soul mark. Also take in the old evil king. All the questions have been asked. Xuan waved his hand. A force entered the evil king pavilion. At the same time, plant the soul mark in the evil king. All right, you can leave now. I grant you a gift. Take it back and show it to your uncle. Yes, yes, your majesty, the evil king respectfully said. He felt very anxious inside. I was controlled like this. What's even sadder is he is clearly clear-minded, clear conscience, yet unable to resist that unseen will. Regarding the boy in front of me, it was filled with respect and affection. Do not entertain any negative thoughts. The evil king has left. Xuan did not impose any demands on the evil king. Go to the pit, old evil king. No need. Just go with the flow. Not even the realm of the earth. Not worth Xuan's attention. Control the evil king. It's just a backup plan. Perhaps the situation in the War Demon Valley can be used. Can you believe it? The once fearsome cult leader. Now it has surprisingly become a popular spot for people in the martial arts world to check in. Even the guard watching over them. They have openly started group buying. Moreover, there are several packages available to choose from. Just now, the evil king left the Chu family estate. Finally breathed a sigh of relief. My life is finally saved. However, the master is truly too kind to me. Until now, I can still feel his connection to me. So, you must implement the Lord's rectification policy thoroughly. Never betray the teachings of the Lord Dundu. Just, from now on, he, the wicked king, has become someone else's servant. It's all the fault of Chang Dianfeng. The intelligence gathering is too poor, causing me to come to the Chu family in person, narrowly escaping death. The evil king pavilion is too weak. Moreover, those evil cultivators are all bastards. Everyone is angry with themselves. Hurry home and get started. The evil king has just returned to the evil king's pavilion. I saw someone making an appointment to break into the evil king's palace. He was almost furious at that moment. If it weren't for these bastards suddenly barging into the evil king's palace, vehemently challenge one's own authority, causing oneself to become irritable, It wouldn't come to falling at the hands of the small Chu family. Thinking this way, the evil king looked around at the surrounding evil cultivators. Everyone thinks this group of people is extremely despicable. Must kill. Rectifying the evil king pavilion, let's start with this group of bastards. The other side, more people are entering the evil king's palace. The guards of the evil king's palace have also become numb. I saw someone invading the evil king's palace. It's just a symbolic gesture. There is no intention to kill. Now, breaking into the evil king's palace has already become must-try attractions for the evil cultivators in the city of the evil king pavilion. Xiao Liang, why hasn't your evil king shown up lately? Isn't that the great Qin empress who just beat him up? Plus, there's also the pent-up frustration. I want to take advantage of the evil king's influence to gain even more fame. In the crowd, a top-notch man is boasting arrogantly. The shrewd bodyguard immediately told him, "This is nothing to worry about. I have my own ways." The man immediately became interested. "Good brothers, quick tell me, my cousin was just killed by the evil king last month." The next day, the house was filled with banners. Now they have been recognized as exemplary practitioners of advanced evil cultivation. G also wants it. This is too easy. Let's get a package deal. The guard spoke up immediately. Clearly, there have been many such packages sold before. The man was stunned. What package? There are also meal sets. Hey, we have been professional tour guides for many years. Liu Ji, let me show you the flyer first. The guard immediately pulled out a crumpled piece of paper. Nuo, bravely storming the evil king's palace, beginner package. The man rolled his small eyes playfully. Is this really okay? Liu Ji, look at this set meal. A half-day tour of the evil king's palace, 2,000 spiritual scriptures. It also comes with some snacks. The guard's heart skipped a beat. Hastily introduced. Liu Ji, are you looking at this package deal? The evil king's palace, the evil scholar's journey through 8,000 spiritual scriptures. Liu Ji, you know the status of heretics here. Then it will spread. Absolutely impressive. Listening to package B. The man was so happy he was dancing with joy. The guard suddenly had a serious expression. But this last item, I need to talk to you seriously. Regarding the cost. The man became excited. Who cares about so much? The B set is like this too. Isn't the C package about to take off? Stop dawdling. Go ahead, little brother. No shortage of money. Listen carefully, Liu Ji. Brave the evil king's palace ultimate C package. Enjoying the evil king's use of the suction bowl for 5 minutes. Using soul power to linger. The cost is 500,000 lingjing. The king's father once pointed with the chopsticks he gifted. Limited spots available. Pre-order now. The more the guards lose, the more excited they become. Perfect. A perfectly perfect package. Absolutely flawless. It's simply tailor-made for me. Just tear it. The man is getting ready for resurrection. A loud bang. A fierce aura. All the evil cultivators turned pale with fear. The evil king has made his move. What's going on? The evil king has actually made a move. In the crowd, there is a small group of people. Something feels off. Hurriedly fleeing. I want to distance myself from this place of disputes. The evil king's oath. Roy comes and goes as he pleases. You can leave whenever you want. An invisible force twisted everyone together. Onlookers munching on melon seeds. Seeing the evil king crush even the guards to death. Their expressions all changed slightly. But it was too late. A massive dark purple energy ball appeared. It charged straight towards the crowd. The terrifying aura is hard to look at. Not yet clear. Is already under the pressure surrounding the purple sphere. Shaken and flew dozens of meters. The halo dissipated. The evil king appears. That terrifying energy ball turned out to be the evil king. The momentum of the half-earth is fully revealed. You bunch of ants. Worms. What is the evil king's palace? Is this a public restroom? Ignorant rodents. Collusion between internal and external forces. And in waiting eyes. Is there still this evil king of mine? The evil king let out a cold laugh. Clench your fists tightly. Suddenly unleashed power. Suddenly let out a loud roar. And wait. They all deserve to die. The momentum of the half-ground exploded. He raised his hand and took a shot at the crowd. Unlu. In an instant, over a dozen evil cultivators fell. Everyone else was terrified, want to escape. However, the evil king was furious. Where could they escape? The tale desires to unfold at this moment. The sharp hidden flying sword of Dai Bing Bing, breaking through the earth, instantly kill dozens of people. Evil king, your majesty. What are you doing? Everyone panicked. Facing the crazed evil king. Here no one can resist. Just a brief moment. They were slaughtered by more than half. Is this a battlefield? The evil king even turns against his own. A wicked leader was brought to his knees. The terrifying pupils were filled with fear. No way. I need to hurry to the palace to report. The evil king has gone mad. The scene shifts to the eastern courtyard of the evil king's palace. A girl with pink long hair. A young man with a sinister charm. Humming a little tune. A figure rushed in swiftly. Prince of the little evil king. The evil king is indiscriminately slaughtering. Our advanced evil cultivators have suffered heavy losses. If we don't stop it soon, I'm afraid our evil king's palace. The little evil king ignored the newcomer as well. What use is it to find me? Go find someone who can suppress my father. A bio never imagined in his dreams. This seemingly fragile pink-haired young man. He turned out to be a violent and deranged pervert, due to the following part of the story being too gruesome. Abeao is with this lovely pink-haired little evil king. Sorry for scaring everyone. The little evil king glanced slightly. The scene moves deep into the palace. In front of a tomb entrance. This cave is where the old evil king is in seclusion for cultivation. To your majesty, the evil king. The evil king has gone mad. Indiscriminate slaughter of outside evil cultivators and our own people. The high-level evil cultivators suffered heavy casualties. If you don't take action soon, our evil king's court is about to perish. A sinister leader kneels below the stage, clutching the last remnants of hope. This is becoming more and more outrageous. A deep and authoritative voice echoed from the underground palace. Look at the family's hereditary pink hair. I knew this person was the old evil king. He is from the lineage of the evil king. The identity of the evil king's clan book. A lifetime immersed in cultivation. How unfortunate that the rules of heaven and earth are flawed. Always unable to break through the earthly realm. I want to leave Nanju, but was stopped again, only by retreating to seek hidden methods for breakthrough. He lived his whole life without children. Thus, the position of the evil king passed on to the nephew. I just closed the door not long ago. Such a ridiculous thing happened. The door to the underground palace opened. The gusts of wind came rushing in. The evil leader curled up at the feet, shivering in fear. A tall figure stepped out. A fierce aura surged forward. The evil king emerges. The old evil king looked up at the battle outside the palace. A cold snort. It's getting more and more outrageous." He was filled with rage. With a movement of the body, the ground chain left a big pit. The person has appeared outside the palace. "The corrupt king will be dealt with starting from you ants, dealing with the worm from head to toe. The evil king is in the heat of battle," without noticing the old evil king above. "Stop!" The old evil king shouted in anger. A powerful pressure descended from the sky. Everyone stopped. The evil king's expression changed dramatically. The evil king emerges, completely beyond his expectations. "Uncle, look at what you are doing." The evil king saw the devastated evil king's palace. "I'm furious," instantly transformed into a roar. The wicked king calmly tossed the ant in his hand away. "By the command of the Lord, the evil king has been subdued." The gaze is filled with a sense of entitlement. The old evil king beside him was stunned. "I, the evil king, have roamed the southern state for thousands of years. Once there was a sovereign." Seeing uncle looking confused, the evil king quickly pointed to his forehead. "Look at my memory, just focused on managing the ants. I forgot to tell you, uncle, your majesty has also granted me a gift. I'll come back and show you too. Look at my forehead." Forehead. Lao Zai Wang became even more mysterious. Is this guy really out of his mind? Who would have thought? A clear blood-red rune suddenly appeared on the forehead of the evil king. It is a kind of soul imprint. The evil king trembled. A dazzling light pierced his vision, making it impossible for him to look directly. Just a moment. A soul imprint was planted into his divine soul. The evil king looked at the old evil king. The old evil king looked at the evil king. The uncle and nephew fell silent for a while. "Uncle, how do you feel?" The wicked king spoke first. "Quite good." "Then why did you massacre the strong ones of the royal court?" The old wicked king casually asked. "I want to reorganize the royal court." The evil king's expression was just right. The old evil king fell silent for a moment. The two hands held tightly together. "Let's get started. Gentlemen of the evil league, evil general and evil warrior, I had a bad feeling in my heart. Come in again." And even the old evil king supports it. Who can limit the evil king? Everyone sensed the days to come. It might not be easy. Even the dark clouds cannot hide the twinkling stars. It's late at night. The evil king's palace is brightly lit. The crowd was buzzing with excitement. Shukshuan was leisurely picking his nose while lying on the bed. I thought the evil king's court would be followed by the great Kayan stirring up trouble. Did not expect any movement. I feel a bit disappointed. Nowadays, various major forces, everyone is waiting for the opening of the War Demon Valley. Shukshuan looked up. The light flows smoothly in the eyes. The rules of the world of Nanju. Recovering. As the rules are fixed, the training speed of the southern Ju warriors. It gradually became faster. Ding Yu is indeed the embodiment of contemporary elegance of Nanju, and the terrifying talent of the tanks and sword vein. Now I have reached the third level of the illusory realm. These two little pets have also greatly increased their cultivation. Heavenly marvelous realm, 5 layers. Han Tian Jin Peng Dai Jing Jiu Chang. There is also an old man, understanding yin, yang, and the divine code. There has also been significant progress. Strength has taken a step forward, though I have not reached the divine realm. But it's not far off. Seeing everyone making progress, Shukshuan also felt that he needed to break through again. Otherwise, it would be a shame to be a teacher. The 5-year aura has arrived. You've been holed up for 5 years. Enjoyed the joy of staying at home. Reward, a portable small world. Portable little world. Shukshuan was taken aback. Then came ecstasy, a tiny world. This is not comparable to the Kun space. It's still the system that understands itself, know what's missing and give what's needed. Portable little world and grow. You can open an entrance in the real world. Can be turned off at any time. Adjustable time difference with reality. Needs spiritual veins or Taoist fortune nourishment. Various cultivation resources. Rare treasure medicine. Genius treasure. Countless. Xuan was extremely excited. Immediately claim your reward. What he thought of first was, a little world has emerged. He can do it in a very short time. Cultivate strong individuals. Because here you can adjust the time difference with the real world. That is to say, stay in the small world for a year. Reality has only passed for a day. Produced by the system. Indeed impressive. It seems Ding Yu and Su Zioner. Can be done in a very short time. Elevated to the true realm. Xuan actually transformed into the creator. It can create everything here. It can even control time. Just now, the reward for staying home for 5 years has arrived as promised. It turns out to be a small world carried with you. The small world is rich in resources, countless genius treasures, higher spiritual energy, even richer than Nanju. The cultivation speed is faster. Xuan brings Su Zioner and Ding Yu, called out from the Kun space. This side, it is a small world. Go in and cultivate. Su Zioner and Ding Yu were shocked, looking at the shimmering ball of flames. Opened wide a pair of eyes. Inside there is a small world. Where did this little world come from? Master, this is make a big deal out of nothing. How to cultivate the supreme sword path. A mere small world. Just let you lose your composure like this. A stunning beauty who can see through time. In front of you, what will you do then? Xuan Chidao. Ding Yu felt an overwhelming sense of shame. My state of mind is ultimately still too naive. So easily lost composure. What the master teaches is, Xuan felt refreshed. Training apprentices is also a joyful task. Go in. Inside for a year. In reality, it's just one day. Strive to break through the boundaries as soon as possible. Ding Yu smiled darkly. Rush into the small world. Su Zioner opened her plump, rosy lips wide, with a face full of shock. Following closely, the climate entered. In the small world, there is a giant tree, at the highest peak of this world. The giant tree looks very ordinary, not a bit of spiritual energy. The appearance of the Bayashu. Xuan introduced the two. It is called the ordinary tree. It is the most cherished treasure in the small world. This tree has only one unique feature. It is indestructible, whether it's the ground troops or not. Heavenly soldiers, so be it. Even divine weapons. Dao Kai. This tree cannot be destroyed either. Kikamu, turned into weapons, is exceptionally sharp, and no weapon can destroy it. Xuan looked at this tree, actually very concerned. After all, it's my own little world, the most cherished treasure at present. Actually, if used properly, the ordinary tree is still very powerful. Don't be deceived by the fact that this tree towers thousands of meters high. In reality, it is still in its seedling stage, has not fully grown up yet. Even if it's a seedling, still possesses indestructible qualities. Su Zioner already sensed that. I will soon be able to break through to the earth realm, even breaking through the realm of respect. Master is really amazing. What realm has he reached? Such a defiant thing, just like it came from wholesale, with such an opportunity. You must hold on tightly. After breaking through to the Zun realm, return to Zhanju. Suppression of the Su family smacked those bastards hard in the face. Su Zioner became more and more excited as she thought about that time. Can't wait to return to Zhanju to take revenge. Shukshuan's lips twitched. What is this cow doing? The powerful rise of dreams. Are you going to wreak havoc everywhere? The mindset of young people is just poor. Su Zioner blushed. In a coquettish manner. Mr. Shukshuan acted spoiled and ignored her. One must have a heart free from distractions. Only by reaching the peak. Having motivation is a good thing. One must not be overly attached to desires. Understood? Yes, master. Su Zioner looked at Shukshuan with a face full of worry. But the two little fingers are missing. They became friends. Shukshuan revealed a motherly smile. Looking into the distance, these two little ones haven't seen each other in a long time. Such a vast meadow, completely disregarding one's own identity. It's like a child arriving at an amusement park. Cuties on the grass, still unaware of what a nemesis is, looked at the two of them with a puzzled expression. Next second, seeing this scene, three parents are doing big things, unable to speak, breaking out in a cold sweat. You two little ones. Shukshuan could no longer remain calm. Her eyes were filled with a fiery resentment, a roar of anger. Everyone stay where you are. The next moment, it was the left hand of Ningnayo, right-handed Ningcat. I just let you two go down to have fun and make friends. How can you still be angry? You two should be nicer to each other. The monsters and spirit beasts here are not a match for you two. Playful teasing is fine, but no foul play allowed. Did you hear that? Shukshuan patiently lectured the two earth-bound pets. In the end, she did not forget to remind the two of them. You are the big brother here. We must protect the little brothers well. Do you know? I turned around to see the two people laughing uncontrollably. Shukshuan continued without looking back. You too shouldn't gloat. Cultivation is the true path. But the next second, physical needs overcame it. Looking back at the two. But before the cultivation, we still need to fill our stomachs. Ding Yu felt a sense of harmony with Wang. That's right, that's right. Master, I noticed that the sheep here are quite fat. That jade seeker isn't bad either. Mister, Su Zioner also wants to order dishes. As soon as the voice fell, the two flew towards the recipe they had long set their sights on. Hurry up, you two. I am all ready. Gan Fan Ren Shukshuan took out the bowl and chopsticks he carried with him and urged on. The scene shifts. Three big fat men are lying on the grass, continuously tapping the treasure. You are enjoying the cozy time at home. Realized that staying home can also be a luxurious enjoyment. The complete guide to true cultivation rewards. Pai Murai. The system triggered a random reward. At this moment, Shukshuan, lying flat, simply gave a thumbs up to the system. Perfect. What terrifying power is this? Unexpectedly, the vermilion bird leads the charge ahead. A desperate play surrounded by the white tiger at the rear. With one's own strength, immediately two divine beasts. Is it the legendary Huinglong reincarnated? The man's name is Shukshuan, relying on the rich rewards obtained from the home system. In just 5 short years, has already become the strongest in Nanju. Just now, Shukshuan had a hearty meal in his self-created small world, unexpectedly triggered the system's random reward. Complete guide to true cultivation in 1 step. A set of time illusions. Shukshuan finished reviewing the true cultivation manual. Directly gave it to Su Zioner. After all, as a maid. the quality of cooking skills, will affect one's happiness index. Then eagerly check the time illusion. Time Rai, the art of the avenue of time, can thrive within the avenue of time. Notice the reality of the illusion. The phantom is no different from a real person. Shuk finished reading the information about the time mirage. Suddenly gasped, so powerful, directly parasitic within the avenue of time, communicating with reality through phantoms. It means no one can hurt it, unless you can strike into the path of greatness. Such secret arts are beyond even the gods. Shuen's heart was pounding fiercely. Receive the illusion of time. A hazy veil of time enveloped us. Shuen found himself in a mysterious state. His body swayed slightly. It seems to have drifted away from reality. In reality, only a shadow remains. It's said to be an illusion. In reality, there is no difference from a real person. Shuen was contemplating the profound art of the illusion of time. Although it can't be demonstrated now, but it can indeed be tried. Create a low-budget version of the time mirage. It shouldn't be a big problem. For example, how to operate within the domain, make your attacks faster, or how to withstand the enemy's attacks, etc. Shuen thought and acted. Begin to ponder how to operate within the domain, causing a slight shift in time. For example, the attack speed increases. Delay the enemy's attack, even immobilizing the enemy for a moment. After several days of deep contemplation, finally I have a bit of an idea. However, need to test it out. So, he called out Tianmei Mayo and Han Tian Jinpeng. Let two pets. Unleashing the power of jade to confront oneself. Shuen will cultivate his skills. Suppressed to the ground. Tianmei Mayo's jade is one of the four divine beasts, the white bone. Extremely clear and ethereal. It primarily embodies a spatial attribute and the ability to traverse rapidly, and Han Tian Jinpeng is grand and magnificent. The heavy pressure of the pig dog, equally capable of speed. After several days of exploration and struggle, Shuen finally figured out how to navigate within the domain. Using the art of time, influence the enemy. Shuen's gaze flickered. A mysterious light appeared on his body. The golden blade wielded by Han Tian Jinpeng swept through the air. The blade that originally spanned the heavens and the earth paused for a moment. In just that moment, Shuen had one hand already gripping his neck. The mysterious light reappeared, swept past Tianmei Mayo, the swiftly approaching Tianmei cat. It seems to be influenced by some kind of rule. The figure suddenly paused. The attack paused for a moment. Shuen dodged the attack. Victory or defeat by a point. Time mirage is indeed impressive. Just a mere illusion. Just let the two small tears fall down. I truly have a low innate talent. Shuen's heart lingered endlessly. The arrogant laughter echoed through the valley. Next, the scene shifts to the great Yan commandery of Qin State. It is said that Daying County is rich in medicinal herbs. I couldn't find a single good one. We can only focus on the general points for now. Shuen arrived in the territory of Daying County, searching for the spirit in a great mountain. Suddenly, in the distance, two figures are approaching. This young lady. Don't be anxious. Slowly look for it. One of the men in black. An aura of malevolence surrounds him. He is a powerful evil cultivator. Young lady, I have no ill intentions. I just simply want to make a friend. Just looking at the head of beautiful hair, extremely flamboyant, on a slightly pale face, with a hint of wicked charm, you can guess, without unexpected events. She is the one with the slender silhouette passing by. always known for cruelty, the infamous little Crab King. Seeing Wang Gui with a skeptical expression on his face, Chuan immediately became alert. However, she is not afraid. She has a true and powerful protector watching over her from behind. The Chu family initially intended to send He Jin's clansmen to protect her. However, upon learning that Chuan had a powerful protector in the shadows, there was no arrangement for strong allies to follow. Trouble. Excuse me. Chuan confidently walked towards him. Miss, please. The man in black graciously stepped aside, made a gesture of affection. Wang Gui was dumbfounded. What's going on? Little Crab King has changed. So full of personality. I like it. Starting today, I want to be a pure person. Be a kind person. Little Crab King looked at Chuan's back with a serious expression. The ruthless little Crab King. I actually have to be a good person. Wang Gui suspected he might be hearing things. He thought little Crab King might have a problem with his brain. This brutal guy. To think I would feel something for a woman. You need to know. He didn't even know how many delicate beauties he had torn apart. Threw the flesh into the water tank to feed the fish. Such a one, having a perverted preference, the pervert who forces countless flowers to bloom. It's the first time today that such formalities are emphasized. Seems like they are going to use new tactics. Here to satisfy your wicked desires, aren't you? Pearl, please wait. Little Crab King suddenly called out to Chuan, who was about to leave. A teleportation. Arrived in front of Chuan. Blocked his way. I am the little Crab King. I still do not know the young lady's name. The young man believed he came from a prestigious family of single practitioners. Then they could easily manipulate some of the smaller families in Nanju. But never thought. The first stop is the newly risen Chu family. Perfectly demonstrated what it means to show off one's shortcomings. The reason the Chu family was able to rise quickly. Can't live without someone. Chu Yun. Just now, Chu Yun went up the mountain alone to gather herbs. Unexpectedly encountered the perverse little Crab King who urges countless flowers to bloom. I thought little Crab King was going to pull some new tricks to satisfy his own wicked pleasures, yet did not expect. Unexpectedly, I developed a fondness. Only then will you turn into a desperate suitor. Chu Yun also had a face full of helplessness. I don't want to deal with you at all. Please stop entangling me, okay? Young lady, you are an alchemist, right? I have a magic potion. Looking at the surroundings of Chu Yun. The eager little Crab King scurries here and there. Wang Gui felt that he shouldn't openly follow. What if one day little Crab King feels he's in the way? It won't be easy then. Chuan saw this scene. My mind is filled with questions. In the rumors, the little Crab King is extremely ferocious. A psychopathic guy. Should we make him disappear from Chu Yun's side? Upon reconsideration, what if little Crab King has bad intentions? Not even a realm of existence. What can be done? The earth soldier within Chu Yun, but it contains his power. And the earth soldiers have a certain spirituality, will automatically protect its owner. The scene shifts to outside the Chujun city gate. A disheveled young boy staggered along. His face was dirty. On the tattered clothes, there are still some residual bloodstains. Down and out, yet in a mess. But at the age of only 15 or 16, a pair of eyes, yet it is filled with determination and resilience. Finally arrived at Chujun. It is heard that the Chu family is in a marginal position in the Qin state, although I am just a low-level alchemist. But for the current Chujia family, it can be considered a boost. The Chu family controls the territory of Chu County. not lacking in resources. Lack of alchemists. This time I must seize the opportunity. The young boy murmured to himself, "My rise begins here." The young boy made up his mind. He walked briskly towards the gates of Chu-jun, the gatekeeper at the city gate, looking at this dirty thing, a very destitute young man. Could not help but furrow my brow. "Stop. Who are you?" "I am Wang Luo." "He is an alchemist. To seek refuge with the Chu family." The young man clasped his fists. "With great respect. Another security chief, Wen Yan." Stepping outside, I took a look, instantly frowned. "You are an alchemist. Do you have any proof?" Wang Luo immediately took out 2 spiritual pills. "This is the elixir I have refined. It can serve as my proof of entering the city." Seeing this situation, the 2 guards found it difficult to stop them. After all, no one would dare to deceive the Chu family like that. "Can you practice alchemy?" "We'll know after we try." Just seen Wang Luo's dirty appearance, the impression has greatly diminished. About this boy. Suddenly there was no good feeling left. After Wang Luo entered, the 2 unexpectedly placed a bet on whether he will be hired by the Chu family. "You have come to seek refuge with the alchemist of the Chu family." "Wang Luo, Wang Gongzi." Chu Tianming heard that a family of alchemists had come from afar, delighted beyond expectations. "I am here. I have heard about the grand recruitment event of the Chu family. Came here seeking refuge." Wang Luo said proudly, "In the kingdom of Bijou, he is a good for nothing. He is an expelled pawn. In a barren place like Nanju, especially a small family force like the Chu family, he is definitely a genius in alchemy. May this old man have the honor to see the elixir you have refined, young master." After all, there is already the alchemy genius Miss Chu Yan present. The outsider alchemist. No need to take it too seriously. Perhaps we should also be on guard. The other party stole the formula for alchemy from the Chu family. Chu Tianming certainly has to be cautious. "This is the elixir I have refined, and the success rate is about 15%. Wang Luo took out the spirit pill that she considered to be of the highest quality. "Show it to every one. After all, I come from a family of Dan cultivation. Such a small family in Nanju can't be easily manipulated." Wang Luo's mind unexpectedly appeared. The Chu family members saw the elixirs they had refined. A face full of shock and joy. "Welcome yourself inside." The scene of being treated as an esteemed guest. The more I think about it, the more pleased I become. The corners of his mouth curled slightly upward. "This kind of elixir. In my Chu family, things are too ordinary. Yuner, this little alchemy genius. The Chu family has long trained many talents from me. He looks quite down and out. Still gift him some spirit crystals. Let's get this done." The young one knows not. Chu Tianming was completely different from what he had imagined. "You seem quite down on your luck. These few spirit crystals will remember you." "Prince Wang, seek another place." "Speak." Chu Tianming threw a few spirit crystals to Wang Luo, waving goodbye. Wang Luo was taken aback. Immediately, anger surged within me. "Do you think you can look down on me just because I'm down on my luck? Since that's the case, I will give the Chu family a good lesson right here. He has it all figured out. Refine a furnace of elixir on the spot, shocked by the Chu family's ignorance. Let me show you my skills, Wang Luo." He deliberately did not change his attire, still looking so destitute. It is all for the success of refining the elixir, shocking the entire Chu family. Suddenly took out the alchemy furnace. A fire broke out. Spirit power activates fire crystal. Flames erupt. The furnace body is completely red. Take out a few spirit herbs. A glimmer of heartache flashed in his eyes. This is one of the few elixirs he possesses. But there's nothing we can do. Freight. Bicycle becomes a motorcycle. Medicinal herbs. Focused expression. Begin refining the elixir. Complaining about craftsmanship. Jandon can be achieved. He wants to refine a bottle of heavenly elixir. Soon after, the crowd is growing larger. It also includes a dozen members of the Chu family's alchemy group. There is a boy who is said to, self-proclaimed alchemist, coming to seek refuge with the Chu family. Everyone is quite curious. Everyone came to observe. Wang Luo saw so many people gathered around. The corners of his mouth curled slightly. Finally, it's time for my performance. Get ready to be shocked. He seemed to see. The senior members of the Chu family treat him as an esteemed guest. The situation is quite dire. I have already started to ponder. What conditions should be proposed? First, gather the alchemical materials. Is essential. The Chu family needs to gather the materials they require. Once the materials are gathered, resolve the physical flaws. Flying high on one's own. Wang Luo feels joyful. The expression was very focused. Continue refining the elixir. At the beginning, very smooth. However, it was the late stage of alchemy. Wang Luo felt a heaviness in his chest. Meridian pain. The spiritual energy flows sluggishly. It feels like something is missing from my body. Unable to proceed with the expected alchemy method. Demit. Just mentioned physical defects. He chose this moment to have an episode. My whole body felt like it was burning with intense pain. Face turning red. Drops of sweat keep falling. Wang Luo clenched his teeth tightly. Keep going. Simultaneously adjust the alchemy techniques. The more profound methods of alchemy. Adjust to standard alchemy methods. Can't help but start panting. Endure. We must not fail. Wang Luo gritted his teeth and persevered, enduring the burning pain within, skillfully practicing alchemy. This furnace of elixirs. Bai Chen. At that moment, among the onlookers from the Chu family, a direct descendant of the Chu family in the Alchemy Society, shook his head. The alchemy skills are a bit lacking. Just a furnace of elixirs. Is it really necessary to work so hard? Look at him, blushing and red-eyed. Clearly, it's about to reach its limit. Desperately clinging to pride. Correct? Changed me. Even if the refinement is unsuccessful, I wouldn't be so embarrassed. Breathing heavily like an ox. Cannot do. The willpower is too weak. Another member of the alchemy team echoed. Yeah, endurance is lacking. He has actually reached the pinnacle of alchemy. There is no cultivation value. The remaining members of the alchemy group. Then he echoed. Chu Tianming seemed to be lost in thought. So it is said. He is a useless alchemist. Waste wood. Listening to the sounds of sighs and shaking heads around. The sound of laughter. Negative voices. The sound of uselessness. It pierced his heart like a dagger. In the Wang family, in Bishu, regarded as a useless person. I thought that unexpectedly arrived in the barren South State, arriving at the Chu family's small household. Can you show off once? Result, still mocked as useless. HMPH. The furnace exploded. Wang Luo spat out a mouthful of blood. He lost his composure. The spiritual elixir that was destined to succeed in its refinement. He can't keep his composure. Spiritual power disorder. The furnace exploded in an instant. The elixir has been wasted. Wang Luo collapsed to the ground. staring blankly at the sky. This moment, he wants to cry. Why does heaven torment itself like this? Gave themselves an unparalleled alchemy talent, but also let his own body. There are unknown flaws, unable to showcase one's own talent. Goodness, even refining a spirit pill caused the furnace to explode. This person is a scammer, right? I want to go to the Chu family to get free food and drinks. What a pitiful person. Members of the Chu family alchemy team all shook their heads and sighed. All right, let's all disperse. There's nothing much to see anymore. In the spacious courtyard, only Wang Liuo was left, face like ashes. Chu Xuan could never have imagined in his dreams. Let this passionate youth be engulfed in flames. It's not a luxury car and a beautiful woman after all, but rather their own familiarity. The passionate youth is named Wang Liuo. Just now, he tried to show off but ended up slapping himself in the face. Wang Zhaoyuan, bright yet disheveled, walked over from this side. Chu Xuan was waiting leisurely. The second disciple has arrived. The heavenly machine exploration tree unfolds. The origins of Wang Liuo are laid bare. I couldn't help but feel speechless. How the child of Kai Yun? It's all about identity now. Upon reflection, the family he belongs to, not enough depth, unable to carry the essence of vitality. Thus I became an expelled child. Wang Liuo, son of the contemporary charm of Bijou. Wang family's illegitimate son of the deist family, born Danish, possesses exceptional alchemical talent. Due to being harmed in childhood, an accident caused Denmark to be cut off. Ku has an exceptional talent. It is due to the fracture in Denmark. Physical defect, but cannot be unleashed. Denmark, as the heavenly heart sword vein of Denu, a special talent. It is also a special constitution, rare in the world, even the Wang family of the Dan Dao aristocracy. There was also no discovery of Wang Liuo's innate Danish. Otherwise, I would have done everything possible to help him reconnect with Denmark long ago. What a tragic guy. And also, Chu Xuan also noticed it. Wang Liuo was crushed in a fight against others. It made the Wang family feel that he had embarrassed the Wang family's alchemical lineage. Expel him. It was a trap set specifically for him, his fiancée, designed for someone preparing to put a hat on him. Successfully called off the engagement. Truly worthy of being called a child of elegance. Unexpectedly arrived in Nanju. He even ran to the Chu family. Wang Liuo walked in despair. I saw a small courtyard. The footsteps paused for a moment, feeling hesitant inside. Should we stay in the small courtyard, using the excuse of repaying the Chu family's gift of spiritual essence as a reason, refine some elixirs for the Chu family, then left it at the Chu family? There is a landing point. Slowly searching for ways to solve physical defects. At that moment, a voice entered my ears. Young people, do you feel lost about the future? Do you feel that life has lost its direction? Down and out. Exiled. Abandoned. Becoming a useless person. Are you willing? Have you ever thought about rising up? Let those who once looked down on you be unreachable. Wang Liu left in a hurry, looking at the small courtyard. Senior, who are you? The entity is the guiding light for the so-called lost girl, the savior of the useless in all realms. Young people, as long as you're useless, encountering the true self, you will make those who once abandoned you unable to reach you. Wang Liu looked shocked. I always feel that this senior, it seems a bit unserious. Swallowed a mouthful of saliva. A heart beats wildly. Senior, I have become useless. Is because of a physical defect. no matter what the reason is, as long as it's garbage. At my place. Sukshuan's voice was ethereal, as if drifting from ancient times. Wan Liuo was shocked. My heart started to race. I encountered an unimaginable, strong opponent. Great opportunity. What a tremendous opportunity. Wang Liuo hurriedly entered the small courtyard. Junior Wang Liuo. Salute to the senior. As soon as I entered the small courtyard, he bowed respectfully. Kneel and bow down. Apprentice, come here. Wang Liuo slightly raised his gaze. Only the seven-colored light shone brightly. A figure of Wai Shihan sits upright in the chair. Wang Liuo knew. The turning point of my destiny has arrived. This is a great opportunity for oneself. Disciple Wang Liuo, salute to the master. Pud. Wang Liuo was shocked and immediately knelt down. Knock, knock, knock. Wang Liuo bowed deeply 3 times. The forehead is all bruised and swollen. You never leave your home. From the son of Bijou, he comes over mountains and rivers. Reward, void sky fire, void divine fire extinction, without surprise. Shu Tu Wang Liuo, the system's reward has arrived. And the reward technique is the most suited for Wang Liuo. Get up. From today on, you are the second disciple under my command. Wang Liuo looked up. Get up. I saw Shu lazily sitting in the chair. There is no seven-colored divine light. No trace of Wai Shihan Tian. The scene just now. It felt like an illusion. Shu found Ding Yu, who was in seclusion. Summoned Su Zioner from the small world. This is your senior brother. Ding Yu introduced Wang Liuo and the 3 of them to each other. Su Zioner was surprised. Another disciple has been accepted. Sizing up Wang Liuo. Although there are only 6 levels of the Xuanjing, and it looks quite destitute, but he didn't show the slightest contempt. To catch the attention of the master, sufficient to demonstrate extraordinary talent. Xuan looked at Wang Liuo. You were born to be extraordinary, traumatized in childhood, causing Denmark's fracture, thus limiting your alchemical practice. Wang Liuo's body trembled, both fists clenched tightly together, muttering to himself, I see, I see. He finally understood. Defects in one's own body. It emerged as a result. Thinking of that scene from my childhood, he was filled with resentment. This grudge must be avenged. I have a Dan. You can reconnect with your broken Denmark. There is also a treasure. You can reconnect with your broken Denmark. Xuan said seriously. Even the master can personally take action for you to continue the broken Denmark. Then the continuing Denmark. No longer will it be born as Denmark. You were born to be Danish. Become the day after tomorrow in Denmark. Your talent is indeed rare. Ultimately, it can't compare to being born in Denmark. Wang Liuo's eyes turned red, for the murderer who poisons in secret grew increasingly resentful. I was born to be a natural Danish. Continuation follows. Can only become an acquired Denmark. How could he be willing? Xuan continued. I possess the void sky fire. Denmark can help you reconnect the broken threads. Not only can you retain your innate Danish qualities, it can even go further. Then, with the void sky fire, continue with Denmark. Like being engulfed by flames, as if suffering from the torment of fire, after enduring 49 days. The story can continue. Only then can one refine the void divine fire for oneself. If the will is not strong enough, unable to endure the pain of heavenly fire burning the body, the will collapses. Life and death to oblivion. Of course, if one can endure the torturous flames. Refining the celestial fire, the benefits are undeniable. You choose first. Wang Liuo's gaze was resolute. "Master, I choose the void sky fire to continue the Danish." Taking a deep breath. "Master, I, Wang Liuo, will either soar to great heights. Pride above all, either fade away into the universe. Never settle for a mundane life. Okay, junior brother, I support you. Subscribe to applaud." Chukshuen nodded. "In that case, I will teach you the Void Divine Fire's secret. Just lift your hand a little. Void Divine Fire Prelude. Pass it to Wang Liuo." Wang Liuo's eyes were slightly closed, feeling the techniques in my mind. He was deeply shaken. "So powerful. What level of martial arts technique is this?" Wang Liuo was extremely excited. "Your choices are not wrong. Indeed, it is my great opportunity." A floating flame appeared in Chukshuen's hand. The flame seemed to have no temperature. However, it can indeed be sensed. The terrifying power of flames. The spirit touches the flame. In an instant it was burned to nothing. "Look towards Wang Liuo." Chukshuen confirmed once again. "You can choose again." Flying brush like fire, seeking the ordinary. Ding Yu and Su Zioner both looked serious. "The void sky fire is terrifying. Just a breath. Then you can burn the spirit of exploration." Wang Liukai has reached the 6th level of the Xuanjing. How to refine, how to endure the journey of burning. Moreover, in Chukshuen's hand, not the complete void sky fire, just a strand that has been separated. The entire void is filled with heavenly fire. It cannot be refined by Wang Liuo. Don't mention continuing with Denmark. Even a touch of breath. Wang Liuo has nothing left, not even ash. Wang Liuo's gaze remained steadfast. "Master, I choose void skyfire. You can tell at a glance. The extraordinary void skyfire missed such divine fire. How did Wang Liuo rise to power so forcefully? How to take revenge? How to deal with the northern states' royal family? Stepped heavily underfoot. How to make that person who humiliated me, the woman who called off the engagement, out of my league. All-encompassing regret. Okay, then you shall continue with this fire to Denmark." Chukshuen waved his hand. Directly sent Wang Liuo into the small world. "You refine the heavenly fire in this small world." Wang Liuo was shocked beyond belief. In the blink of an eye, I found myself in a small world. Where the gaze falls, everywhere is filled with wonder. Stop daydreaming. Focus and prepare. Continue with Denmark. The voice of Chukshuen entered my ears. Wang Liuo came back to his senses. Take a few deep breaths. Sitting cross-legged on the ground, Chukshuen waved his hand. A wisp of void fire soared into the sky, fell onto Wang Liuo. Wang Liuo let out a mournful cry, instantly engulfed by flames. His face twisted in agony, but still holding on to my will. Operating the void divine fire is absolute. Continuously refining the void sky fire. Taming, endure the inner connection, Denmark. Flame contraction. Entered Wang Liuo's body. Su Zioner turned and left. I dare not look any further. That guy has no clothes on. Flame contraction. Being bare will inevitably expose you. Wang Liuo felt that he, in the endless abyss of hell, several times I almost couldn't hold on. However, thinking of the humiliation I endured, resentment drove him to persevere. Wang Liuo, I must make those who once looked down on me regret it. Laugh at me, abandon me, those who humiliate me. You can only look up to me. You can't reach my level. With this belief in mind, Wang Liuo remained steadfast and unwavering. Chukshuen was concerned about Wang Liuo's condition. As the son of Kaiyan, This little hardship, it should be manageable, right? Can I receive the system's cultivation rewards? It all depends on whether Wang Luo can be subdued, refining the void's heavenly fire. Once subdued, refining the void's heavenly fire, Wang Luo's strength will soar. I'm afraid it will directly soar to a higher realm, from the sixth level of the mysterious realm, directly breakthrough to the sixth layer of the spiritual realm. Such a rapid breakthrough, and refine the void sky fire, the rewards given by the system. It shouldn't be low, right? Those who have lived in the countryside. You should be familiar with both of these things. But the man in front of me, but I want to rely on these two things, dominating the entire family, reaching the peak of life. The man's name is Wan Luo. Just now, he who is engulfed in flames. A series of heartbreaking screams echoed. Even Su Ziner beside couldn't bear to look directly. Chuxuan watched for a while. The fiery aura surrounding Wan Luo. It's already converging. An interesting face, gradually becoming more peaceful. The breath begins to rise. Denmark has already taken over. Truly worthy of being the child of charisma. Indeed, surrender. Refined the void heavenly fire. Only then did Wang Luo's body ignite with void sky fire. The flames are scorching. Envelop him within. The whole person became like a ball of flames. The boundary has already broken through to the spirit realm. Your disciple under your guidance. Rapidly break through the realm. With great strength I subdued. Refining the celestial fire of the void. Reward of 100 years of cultivation. Complete manual of the 100 sections of refining the spirit technique. The system's reward has arrived. 100 years of cultivation. Indeed, as long as one accepts the essence of the breath and quickly break through the cultivation level, break through adversity, the rewards from the system will never be low. Chu Xuan received 100 years of cultivation. The realm of revered fourfold begins to break through. The reward for 100 years of cultivation. Chu Xuan broke through to the sixth level of respect. 100 steps spirit refining technique. Finally, all the rewards are distributed. This is an incredibly powerful soul technique. Bai Duan Lion Shen, eternal immortality, the divine soul cultivated through the 100-segment spirit refining technique. Even if it's just a wisp, all can endure. Re-emergence, restore the physical body, return to the peak. Chu Xuan is now only at the sixth level of respect, but his spiritual power, not the slightest bit weaker than the respect for the 9 heavens. Even on the resilience of the soul, the divine soul can already rival that of a heaven realm expert. It can be seen that the power of the 100 stages of soul refinement. Chu Xuan received the complete 100-segment refining technique. I just discovered this incredible art of the soul. Integrated offense and defense. The manipulation of the spirit is extremely profound. There is a method of soul separation, the art of replacing one's soul with another, and so on. Most of the divine soul secret techniques, Chu Xuan Do is of no use, and the technique of soul exchange. It's just using a part of the soul to take the place of death. The true deity's soul is hidden away, concealing from the enemy's perception. Wang Luo broke through to the 6th level of the spirit realm in one breath. This is where it finally stopped. After consolidating for a few days, excitedly returned to the small courtyard. Kneel respectfully before Chuxuan, knocked 3 times. Disciple thanks Master for the gift of rebirth. There is no Chuxuan. Without Wang Luo, there wouldn't be today. In his heart, Chuxuan is the God in his heart. You have great determination. I did not misjudge you. Chuxuan felt very relieved. After all, It has contributed 100 years of cultivation to myself. You are a good disciple. Wang Luo was expelled from the Wang family, rejected again. Enduring humiliation, he was holding back a surge of anger. You always have to slap back. Wang Luo's divine elixir arrives. It's just a matter of time. At that time, the number of people seeking him is countless. There is no shortage of beautiful women. Wang Luo is unlikely to become a simp. Xu Xuan felt it was still necessary. A heartfelt reminder. Instill him with some correct values. As a disciple of Xu Xuan, how can one be a sycophant? When did you take in a female disciple? I also want to remind you, you can't live and die for a man. Xu Xuan thought of this. Bai-in urged Wang Luo. Alchemy diagram, filled with endless temptation. Liu Zhu Pai Ma, worse than flattery. Its true meaning is to seduce. The most difficult beauty to encounter. Wang Luo listened respectfully. This is what the master told himself. You must remember, no woman in my heart. The love of the nature deity. You must remember, not swayed by beauty, not swayed by beauty, not swayed by beauty. Emotional, if only you are captivated by beauty. Emotional, the heart is no longer dedicated to the path of alchemy. So your path of alchemy, it will also come to an end. Since ancient times, those captivated by beauty, those who are infatuated with love, all ultimately perish for love, died from passion. The world is fading away. You must remember this. Wang Luo felt a sense of realization. In Zhang Dao, Master teaches, the disciple remembers it in their heart. Always remember, no women in my heart, loving the sweetness of nature, never be swayed by beauty. Such an admirable ability to teach. Xu Xuan felt greatly relieved. Wang Luo Bai Ding Yu can better understand one's own heart. Take a look, instantly grasp the main point. No women in my heart. Love, sweet nature spirit. You walked the path of the Dan Dao. Love ignited the void and heavenly fire. Love comes naturally and effortlessly. The battle will not weaken either. As the disciple of the true self, strength cannot be weak. Xu Xuan said, take out a Dan furnace and a bodhisattva. You can romanticize the void and celestial fire. Nature can obtain this furnace and recognize the bodhisattva as its master, to grant you the ability to discern. Whether it's the Dan furnace or the bodhisattva, they are all of divine weapon caliber. Thank you, master. Wang Luo was extremely excited. Divine artifact Dan furnace, ah. Wang family's ancestral Dan furnace. It's just a semi-divine artifact. This allowed the Wang family to stand firm in the northern Shu, become one of the super clans. Xu Xuan threw out another small booklet. This is the myriad of Dan Jing and the myriad of Ling Dian. Wang Luo opened the booklet and took a look. The writing and drawings above, gliding with intention. Just a rough glance. I was astonished by the alchemy and elixirs inside. Moreover, the brochure itself, it is a treasured item. Such a small little booklet. What exactly is recorded up there? Non-great measures, unable to forge such a treasure. After passing the myriad of Dan sutras and the myriad spirits canon to Wang Luo, Xu Xuan taught him the method of counter-current facial techniques as usual, and several secret arts, including the immovable mountain palace. This defensive art, Xu Xuan said without exaggeration, relying solely on the secret techniques I have passed down, Wang Luo is almost invincible in the same rank, definitely the strongest existence among alchemists. The 100-segment refining technique is now complete. Xu Xuan thought for a moment. Decide to focus on the first part of the 100 sections, refining spirit technique. Pass it to Su Ziner, Ding Yu, and Wang Luo with 3 people. Today, I will pass on to you a profound secret technique. You all should practice diligently. These mystical techniques of the soul. He doesn't need it. In the future, the 3 of them set out to explore the world. It might come in handy. Su Ziner and the other 2 were shocked. This divine technique is too powerful and profound. Yu Fa felt that Chuxuan's strength was unfathomable. Sent 3 people back to the small world to continue their training. Chuxuan took out the Wantian mirror. Spiritual energy input. Wantianjing randomly connects to a place. Waves shimmer gently. The screen appeared. Insect mountain. Ancient tree. Family. The Wantian mirror connects to a hillside. A stunningly beautiful woman wanders alone through the forest. What a poised and extraordinary family! Chuxuan's gaze fell upon the woman. The other party was wearing a tight-fitting mirror suit. The beauty is striking, yet retains a parrot-like charm. That ancient parrot spirit, as if it were innate, with her stunning beauty, perfectly blended together, gives people a unique charm. Observe the other party's cultivation. Dai Jing San Chong. Suddenly, Chuxuan discovered the woman's age. It doesn't seem very big. She looks only in her 20s. Highly cultivated, a powerful dancer. Appearance can remain youthful forever. However, the age difference, it cannot be hidden in front of the strong. Chuxuan's strength is much greater than his opponent's. She could tell the woman's approximate age at a glance. So young. Unexpectedly, it has already reached the 3rd level of the earth realm, Jianjing in her 20s. Not a few. Almost a standard configuration for top talents. However, in her 20s, the realm of the earth, except for certain special circumstances. No prodigy can break through to the earth realm at this age. Chuxuan couldn't help but think, you can break away from the special circumstances of the century-old boundary today. Immediately developed a strong interest in the woman with the parrot. Yu Yin. In the eastern region of Zhangzhou, the contemporary pinnacle of the Wan family, the Luo family, stands out. Bloodline of the king of humans, the great Qin Empire's sovereign, Qin Ying reincarnated. Reincarnation of the king of humanity and way of war. Under the heavenly machine exploration technique, the identity and background of the woman are gradually revealed. What the heck? She is the reincarnation of the emperor of the great Qin. The emperor of the great Qin is a woman. No way. Unified the southern Zhu. The unparalleled figure who established the great Qin Empire. It turns out to be a woman. Something feels off. Chuxuan took a deep breath, planning to continue exploring Yuan. But they couldn't determine Qin Ying's gender. The Tianji exploration technique has been interfered with. Interference from the king of warriors Dao Bing within Qin Ying. Chuxuan is now merely respected. The heavenly secrets exploration technique was unleashed. Not enough to ignore the interference of Renwan Dao Bing. Dan Yu Zhangzhou. Qin Ying unexpectedly reincarnated in the eastern region of Zhangzhou, and it is within the royal family of the Luo clan. Does Qin Qian know? The royal family of humanity. That is the true top-tier power. Can be called the king of humans. They are the ones leading the rise of humanity. The unparalleled existence of the unified domain. I don't know why. Chuxuan felt something was off. The last mark of the Wantian mirror, marked on Qin Ying. Chuxuan then turned off the Wantian mirror. Today is a pleasant surprise. Wantianjing has surprisingly connected to Qin Ying. Important figures of the War Demon Valley. He is also an important strategist. The other party has actually been reincarnated. Moreover, it was reborn into the royal family of the Eastern Domain. Is it possible? He is threatening with the power of the Wang family. Return to seek revenge and settle the score. Rising again, Chukshuen quickly sent a message to Bao Hongyan. Let him notify Qin Qian. Come to the small courtyard. Regarding the gender issue of Qin Ying, Chukshuen felt it was necessary to ask for clarification. The majestic emperor of the great Qin Empire. It turns out she's a woman. The scene shifts to the great Qin imperial palace. Qin Qian is cultivating. Your Majesty, the landlord delivered a letter. Have you seen the great Qin empress who rules the world? Are you acting servile? Even is reduced to being a maid. Just now, inside the great Qin imperial palace, Qin Qian is practicing. Your Majesty, a letter was delivered to the landlord. The maid walked in respectfully. Qin Qian frowned. You lose golden plaque, Master Bao Hong Yan. Raise your hand. Get the information from the maid's hands into our hands. Unwrap the play and watch. Kaio Lion's expression suddenly changed. Her gaze became unpredictable. Why meet oneself? Chukshuen is indeed good-looking, but it's also very scary. Qin Qian gave up on the idea. She's not a lovesick fool. It's not like I'm being foolish. Knowing full well there is danger. She ran over eagerly. Isn't it frustrating to be a female emperor? Why do you need to bow and scrape? Even reduced to a maid. She is not the great Qin emperor. However, Qin Qian repeatedly read the letter several times, biting her lip, waving to dismiss the maid, feeling anxious and uneasy. Chukshuen Zhang Zhao. Qin Qian didn't dare to ignore it again, even less dare to refuse. If you refuse to go, what should we do if she comes to the great Qin imperial palace in person? Qin Qian gritted her teeth, changed out of the imperial robe, put on casual clothes. She returned to being a well-behaved and shy girl. Zio silently left the imperial palace, heading to the Chu family's estate. Meet Chukshuen, looking very obedient, looking rather shy. Qin Qian, unable to hide her inner unease. Chukshuen also doesn't beat around the bush. Dakin Emperor Zun Qin Ying. Is it a boy or a girl? Qin Qian was taken aback. Call yourself over. It's just to ask this question. Of course, it's a male. Qin Qian answered honestly. The emperor is an unparalleled great man, though there are guesses in my heart. But now it has been confirmed. Chukshuen was deeply shaken. Whoa, only these two words. To express her feelings at this moment, Qin Ying is a man, and now she, but was reincarnated as a woman. No wonder she has it on her. Has a parrot-like spirit. It was an unexpected reincarnation. It was still Qin Ying who deliberately reincarnated as a woman. It was probably an accident. I don't know either. Has Qin Ying regained her past life memories? If it has been restored, how does she feel? In Chukshuen's mind, an unexpected scene unfolded. Qin Ying's former brothers, when the battle Demon Valley opens, killed and came back. Result, discovering the old big brother, transformed into a remarkable and outstanding family member. That feeling may be difficult to express. What's even scarier is, what if the brothers of the past fell in love with her? Then what should we do? I can't think about it any longer. If we think any further, the scene will get a bit chaotic. Chukshuen shook his head and discard certain unpleasant images from my mind. This moment, Chukshuen's interest in Qin Ying skyrocketed. The battle in Demon Valley, even more filled with enthusiasm. Qin Qian had a fierce expression. What happened to Chukshuen? Why did they ask about the emperor's gender? With such a strange expression. Do you have anything else to do? If there is none, I'm going back. Chuk took a deep breath. Stop the chaotic thoughts. You hold the reins of the great Qin Empire. Is it to prepare for Qin Ying's arrival? Her backhand is not raised. Qin Qian closed her mouth. Not a word was spoken. Aren't you afraid of me? Chuk emphasized his tone. Qin Qian's body trembled slightly, however, biting her lip. I will not betray the emperor. Your demon pet is indeed loyal. Chuk smiled. She did not make things difficult for Qin Qian. He didn't plant the seed of the soul mark in her, uncovering the secrets of Qin Ying's layout. Moreover, Chuk believes. Qin Qian is just a pawn in the game. What you know won't be too much. Inevitably unable to touch the core. I am not a demon pet. I am now a descendant of the emperor. Qin Qian remained stubborn. Chuk waved his hand. All right, you should go back. Waiting for the future, Qin Qian met Qin Ying. Discover the unparalleled emperor in her heart. Transformed into a woman. I wonder what they will think. The Battle Demon Valley's game. It's becoming more and more interesting. After Qin Qian left, Chuk angrily opened the Wantian mirror. Connect to the mark on Qin Ying's body. The scene is still on the cliff. Qin Ying is still sitting cross-legged. She pressed her lips tightly together, expressionless. Bright eyes carried a fierce glint. A figure flew in swiftly, falling on the cliff. A person in a pure white outfit approached. Very showy appearance. The cultivation of the 9 layers of the earth realm. Official instrument age. Over 200 years old. At this age. In the cultivation world. He is a complete young man. Over 200 years old. The cultivation of the 9-fold realm. Without a doubt, he is a remarkably gifted individual. Cousin. The fiery nectar you have been searching for. Cousin has found you. The man in white took out a small crown. Qin Ying only responded with a cold sniff. As soon as they opened their mouth, it was all about the old heavenly dog. Chuk watched the drama unfold without fear of raising the stakes, laughing so hard that I can't close my mouth. The man in white was overjoyed. Place the jar next to Qin Ying. Just want to sit down naturally. A gaze like a knife shot towards her. Cousin just wants you to be a little happier. The man in white had a smile like a lovesick puppy. Cousin, could you smile for me, please? Just seeing you smile is enough for me. Chuk and I get lost. Qin Ying suddenly stood up. The eyes were filled with a chilling, murderous intent. The man clutched his chest with both hands. With a face full of greenish hue. Cousin, you look so captivating even when you're angry. Cousin is so moved. Hu chai. Qin Ying was nearly furious. Her chest rose and fell violently. Chuk Bai's eyes widened in astonishment, staring intently at her magnificent and undulating bosom. Kodai. Qin Ying Jia let out a sigh. A large knife appeared in my hand, carrying an overwhelming momentum. With a thunderous crash, it struck towards Chuk Bai. Play. Chuk Bai feigned a move. Already over 100 meters away. Hurriedly fled away. Cousin, the way you look when you're angry. So charming. Qin Ying angrily swung her large fan, sweeping everything in her way. The cliff collapsed directly. Good half-time. Qin Ying calmed down her emotions, looking down at my own body. Her inner self. Once again, it collapsed. I miss you, Qin Ying. 8-foot stature. A great man. I can't believe I've become a woman. It's truly sad. Shameful. And you believe it. In ancient times, a legendary and unparalleled powerhouse. the great Qin emperor who unified the southern Zhou. Now it has transformed into a remarkably graceful and unparalleled family member. The emperor's real name is King Ying. The moment I stepped out of the womb at 18, just happened to be taking a shower, with both hands resting on their proud chest, feeling deeply moved. The layout has finally succeeded, finally survived. Wait a moment. The feel is a bit off. Looking down, Qin Ying's mindset collapsed. Where is my great man's body? How did I become a woman? What exactly went wrong? Why was I reincarnated as a woman? Let out a roar of anger. The result is heard in the ears. But with a delicate and sweet voice, your voice is like a swan's call. Where did the faint thunderous roar go? From now on, only Jiao he, Jiao Chai, Jiao scolded. Qin Ying holds the eldest sister. The gaze was filled with sadness. Pick up the fiery brew sent by Zhu Yuanbai's cousin. Qin Ying murmured to herself, still missing a powerful body refinement technique. In those years, he, the great Qin Empire sovereign, possesses an unmatched body, invincible in battle, leading a group of brothers to unify the South. Although the Wan family has fallen, there is no shortage of powerful techniques. But that's not what he excels at. He still prefers the unmatched arrogance of his past life, that kind of imposing and formidable martial arts and combat techniques. Fortunately, in this life his talent is not weak. You can cultivate the ultimate skills of the Wang family, make up for this shortcoming. The fall of the royal Wang family. In the eastern region, a great reputation. The Mai family is the first family of the eastern region. Throughout history, great talents have emerged, and this generation, definitely the best in Loyang. So young, already a powerful being at the triple realm of Earth, unmatched in combat prowess. By Gandat Chai, sweep away the copper mirror, invincible. It's just too aloof. The iceberg beauty arrives at the camp, fallen family land, far from being comparable to a small family like the Chu family. The ancient hall's main area, and the formation covers. Heavily guarded, the gatekeepers are true martial artists. In the shadows there are formations laid out in the ground. Xu Xuan sighed deeply. The royal family of humans, our ancestors once led the rise of humanity, the supreme powerhouse ruling over a domain, or perhaps in the time of crisis for the human race, to turn the tide, leading the rise of humanity. Exiled clan, only a strong person with such great achievements. Only then can one be called the king of humans, respected by others, every king of humanity. They are all bound to be unparalleled powerful beings. Otherwise, can lead the human race to rise, can turn the tide. Qin Ying returned to the Luo family. On the way, the guards were vigilant. Unintentionally, they bowed politely. Have you met the third miss? In this life of hers, Renther, Qin Ying maintained a stern expression throughout. Not even a single reply. Every time I hear the title Miss San, can't withstand tightly holding the powder circle. She is at the Luo family home, is a relatively reclusive artist. Qin Ying suspects. This life of mine, the reason for becoming a woman, I'm afraid it has to do with the king of thieves. This stolen soldier, it is what the Wan family left behind. Speaking of which, in her past life, she was with the Luo family. There is still some connection. Otherwise, you will not obtain the king's stolen army. Just returned to the small courtyard where I live. A beautiful woman walked over with a face full of affection. Baby, you are among your peers. It's already first. Don't be stubborn anymore. Don't ruin your body with cultivation. I understand. Qin Ying's expression was very stiff. Facing this lifetime's mother, she never knew how to get along. "You child, you are a girl. What body cultivation method are you practicing? We have quite a few family rituals. Which discipline is stronger than physical cultivation? Don't wear yourself out. Listen to your mother's advice. Please stop training your body," Yuo Mu gently advised. "I won't give up," Qin Ying said firmly. "Baby, why must you refine your body?" Yuo Mu said, grabbed Qin Ying's hand. "Look at this skin. Look at your figure. How many daughters envy this? Why do you insist on refining your body? What if I ruin my body? What should I do?" Qin Ying felt very crushed inside. "I don't want this tender white skin. I don't want this alluring body. I want to be a strong man. Damn it." So despairing, Yuo Mu chattered and persuaded for a long time. Qin Ying remained silent throughout the entire journey. To the mother of this life, she has no way out at all. "Oh, do you know about the world? Is there a way? Can a woman become a man?" Qin Ying suddenly asked. Yuo Mu was taken aback. Good half a voice. Her expression changed drastically, with a look of panic on their face. "Baby, oh, don't scare me, please. Everything was perfectly fine. How could you have such thoughts? You have given birth to a daughter. What kind of man to become? Tin finished. Have I fallen into madness?" Yuo Mu was terrified. "Come quickly, madam." Several figures moved silently, appeared in front of the two of them. "Please ask the head of the family to return. Quickly call grand ancestor over. The baby might have gone into a trance." Looking at my mother's face filled with panic, Qin Ying's mouth twitched sharply. I haven't lost my mind." Qin Ying looked utterly hopeless. "I used to be an incredibly domineering man. I just want to regain my unmatched dominance from back then." Yuo Jiaishu and Dazu Lao hurried over. A thorough inspection of Qin Ying, fearing that she might truly lose herself. At the same time, regarding Qin Ying, "I want to do what men do. Belongs to the deadly fate. Absolutely must not leak out. Fortunately, only a few of them know. I'm not afraid it will get out." Shu Xuan stroked his chin. "You become a man. Why not just get a sex reassignment surgery?" However, she realized this was a cultivation world. The dancer's training is related to the great path. What is foretold by fate will come to pass. Rebellion brings disaster. That is to say, clearly she is a woman. Transforming oneself into a man will be rejected by the great way. There could even be disaster. Ultimately, the path cannot be mistaken. Suddenly closed the Wan Tian mirror, because I have been paying attention to Qin Ying for such a long time. The energy consumption is a bit high. Hurry and swallow a few pills to recover. The following time, most of Chukshuan's time, they all focus on Qin Ying. Even the information from Lion Hey Yulu doesn't interest me anymore. Non-essential information. Su Zioner is not allowed to read anymore. The events that happened in Lanju. Where is Qin Ying's daily life interesting? Qin Ying once again ran to the Luo family scripture pavilion, Bo in search of body refining techniques. However, the available cultivation methods, they are all quite soft. These are body training techniques suitable for women. Continue cultivating. Besides the physical body becoming stronger, the figure will become increasingly alluring, more captivating femininity. A fierce spoke. The cultivation technique for the exploding wall is nowhere to be found. Since hearing that she had the idea of becoming a man, Master Liu then took those body refining technique with fierce attributes. They have all been hidden away, deliberately placed. a cultivation method specifically designed for women. What is soft water? What 5 grains and snake body, etc. Just returned to the courtyard where I live. Lao Chan Guju Yuan Bai came to flatter. Cousin, this is ice blue. It has miraculous effects on body training. It can also whiten the skin. The fragrance of the heart is enchanting. Qin Ying's fists clenched tightly. The face turned red. The body of Kai trembled slightly. Old lady. Ah, it's Layazi. What I want is not delicate white skin. The fragrance of the heart is enchanting. Cousin, please don't be angry. This really can whiten the skin. The enchanting fragrance of the heart. Ju Yuanbai's pair of eyes has never left Qin Ying. Cousin, the way you look when you're angry is so captivating. Cousin, will you marry me? I can marry you too. The child takes your surname. I can also share the same surname with my child, as long as you agree. This is such a top-tier sycophant. Chu Xuandu was speechless. This guy is named Zhu Yuanbai. He is the king among the devoted admirers. Qin Ying's face turned pale with anger. The body trembled, chest heaving violently. Zhu Yuanbai's eyes. Open your eyes as wide as you can, without blinking at all. Give it to me, Mom. Pay. It is Layazi. Go to hell. Qin Ying swung the large spine and crazily rushed towards Zhu Yuanbai. So sad. I miss you, Qin Ying. 8-foot tall frame. Great young man. Imposing and extraordinary. I unexpectedly became a delicate woman. Once I opened my mouth. It's just an old saying. Nowadays, as soon as I opened my mouth, I instinctively wanted to call out mother. She feels very melancholic. I'm really afraid of having even a little. Truly feel like a woman. Then she fell in love with a man. Just thinking about this scene, Qin Ying felt an unending chill. Swinging the big spine, chasing Zhu Yuanbai, continuously pursued out of the Luo family. Qin Ying was truly driven mad with anger. Dog man, how dare you confess your feelings? Layazi is also wild. Chu Xuan watched with great interest. Qin Ying chased Zhu Yuanbai relentlessly. It seems they won't rest until they kill him. Close the Wantian mirror. Chu Xuan couldn't help but think. Qin Ying has always wanted to find a powerful body refinement technique. He felt he had neglected the importance of body training. His physical body is naturally very strong. There is no need to deliberately refine the body. Moreover, he has understood quite a few body refining techniques. On the strength of the flesh, no one can compare within the same realm. Chu Xuan was thinking about Ding Yu and Wang Luo. These 2 disciples. As my own disciple, one must be strong in all aspects. How can one lack the intention of body refining? It's time to pass on the body refining method to the 2 of them. Do you like muscular beauties? She is the kind of girl who is really fierce and bold. If you like it, pick one. Hit in the comments section. Accompanying you as a bio checks your pulse. Momo da, Momo da, Momo da. Just now, Chu Xuan found 2 doors. The body refining technique that is most suitable for Ding Yu and Wan Luo. So they called the 2 of them out. Today, I will teach you both the great art of body refinement. Ding Yu and Wan Luo were pleasantly surprised. They asked themselves, the strength of the physical body. In this realm, few can match their prowess. If practicing the body refinement technique specifically taught by the master, how terrifying will the physical body become? Mister, what about me? Su Zioner eagerly asked. You don't need to. Your Taiying Xuan body is inherently carefree. Moreover, you want to transform yourself into a muscular beauty. Xuan glanced at her. Then let's forget it. Su Zayiner thought of herself. The body was full of muscles. Suddenly felt a chill. Xuan's palm immediately gathered true energy, a body refining technique, transmitted into Din Yu's mind. I will pass on to you the Qiangtian sword body. It perfectly matches your talents and qualifications. This technique has been perfected. The body is like a vast intent of the sword. Divine law cannot be violated. Xuan turned to face Wang Yuo. I will teach you to refine your divine body. Longing for unity. The physical body has long changed. The time of great achievement. Divine weapons are hard to injure. Thank you, Master. The two respectfully bowed 3 times. You need to know the body refining technique of Xuan and Yuan. It all depends on the differing strengths of the two individuals. These body refining techniques, it's all system rewards. Every door is extraordinary. After passing on the body refining technique to the two of them, just sent the two of them to continue their training. I lay in the yard, continuing to pay attention to Qin Ying. He is contemplating. Should I pass on a powerful body cultivation technique to Qin Ying? There is a powerful technique for body refinement. It was exactly the kind that Qin Ying had been longing for. If one has achieved mastery in cultivation, Qin Ying might turn into a muscular beauty. But when I think of Qin Ying, graceful and poised, beautiful and unconventional, but a body full of muscles, Xuan couldn't help but get goosebumps. Let's continue to observe Qin Ying for a while longer. At least, we also need to clarify the Battle of War Demon Valley. What on earth is going on? Thinking of this, Xuan's gaze turned towards the Liasha Tower. The magic camel has not yet been fully transformed, but it will be soon. This top powerhouse of the demon clan participated in that battle of the year. You must know quite a few secrets, right? The other side, Qin Ying has been chasing Yuan Bai for 3 days. The appearance of immortality and restlessness. Yuan Bai was scared. It's not that he's afraid Qin Ying can kill him. But so, Qin Ying seems really angry, an unprecedented kind. He is afraid that Qin Ying will ignore him in the future. I won't see him again, no longer accepting his gifts. Cousin, I was wrong. It was my cousin's fault. Stop chasing after my cousin. I'll go find the body refining tree for you right away, okay? Cousin, I will definitely find it for you. Very strong, very strong. A very powerful, formidable body refining tree. Qin Ying stopped the pursuit. Okay, you said. If you can't do it, don't ever appear in front of me again. Yuan Bai finally let out a sigh of relief. Ensure arrival. Definitely. Cousin, I will definitely do it. Watching Yuan Bai leave, Qin Ying sighed deeply towards the sky. It's so sad. I, Qin Ying, have fallen. For the sake of refining the body, the great tree. She actually uses her beauty to deceive people. Qin Ying did not return to the Luo family. Staying at the Luo household is uncomfortable, unexpectedly frightening upon first meeting. It's just about the young lady being tall and the young lady being short. He felt very frustrated. Qin Ying decided to find a place to cultivate. Quickly enhance your strength. Lanju battled Demon Valley. The beginning is not far away. That great battle, the battlefield fell into space. Rules restored, the battlefield will reappear. The people from the past, they should all start appearing now. Things of the War Demon Valley, absolutely not allowed to fall into the hands of the enemy. Suddenly, 2 figures in black soared into the air, holding a sharp sword. The visitor comes with ill intentions. All are at the 5th level of the earth realm. Qin Ying furrowed her brows. gave a sweeping glance at the newcomer, didn't say a word. When you can stay silent, he tries not to speak. In the last life I liked to roar, intimidate the enemy. For this he specifically trained in the roaring technique. This lifetime he doesn't like to shout anymore. Just one roar, just with a delicate voice. He can't take it anymore. The man in black remains silent as well. A flash of the blade. Hell unfolds, leaping into the air, soaring to a height of 3 meters. Unleash a sword technique that descends from the heavens. With a thunderous charge, they lunged at Qin Ying. Qin Ying held a large halberd. The cold light in her was chilling. The power of desire unfolds. The great spear sweeps across. Empowered by desire. A single strike shattered the attack of the man in black. Furrowed brows. Who is the person that assassinated themselves? The enemies of that year. Not right. No one knows. I will be reincarnated into the royal family of the Liuo clan. So, invader, it's the enemy of the Liuo family. King of humans, Liuo family, in the eastern region, renowned for its prestige, and holds a transcendent status. Which force dares to assassinate the Liuo family's direct line? I haven't offended anyone, right? Qin Yin was analyzing in her heart. The attack of the large halberd was fiercely unmatched, although there are 2 small realms of difference. Still not losing any ground. Where the spear points, it is a corner of hell. Unmatched dominance. Chu Xuan kept a close watch the whole time. Could not help but exclaim, Qin Ying is perfectly suited for that body training technique. You can see it from his fighting style. Qin Ying is a person of unmatched ferocity, and the use of the power of desire has reached an extremely high level. The power of desire in Qin Ying's application. It has exceeded the insights that ordinary experiences should have, reached a very high realm. Even ordinary respect cannot gain insight from this. The power of desire can actually be divided. A part is attached to the euphorbia, attached to the attack. A part of the blessing empowers oneself, not like the typical strong beings. Self-centeredness, expand the power of desire, envelop the enemy, or to resist the desires of the enemy. Seemingly detached, dispersed. However, it feels even more impactful. The power is even stronger. Shukshuan watched this battle. The power of desire gained new insights. It turns out desires can be utilized in such ways. Indeed, I am lacking in combat. Qin Ying has gradually suppressed the enemy. He didn't say anything the whole time. The man in black didn't say anything either, occasionally exchanging glances. It can be seen. They intersected. Never expected. Qin Ying's strength is so formidable. Battle in the 2 small realms suppressed the attacks from both sides. Qin Ying furrowed her brows slightly. The battle has reached this point. The guardian of the Liuo family did not appear either. It is a test of oneself, or perhaps someone led them away. We can't keep dragging this out. Suddenly, the big spear slashed down from the sky. Desires enveloping him. Sudden convergence. Like a great mountain. As the halberd struck down. Crashed down. However, Qin Ying struck blow after blow. Every strike's attack. All stacked onto the previous strike. 3 consecutive strikes. The man in black can no longer bear it. The power of the violent bombardment. The power of desire showed signs of collapse. Blood trickled from the corner of the mouth. Qin Ying's gaze was icy. The breath of fury swells. The spear struck down repeatedly. The power of desire intensifies with the impact. Became increasingly solid. Gradually transformed into the shape of a big spear, like a great halberd striking down. silk spinning. The man in black spat out a mouthful of blood. The figure was hurled out. Qin Ying's more violent strike followed immediately. If this strike lands, the man in black will suffer heavy losses even if he doesn't die. At this moment, a cold light suddenly appeared, as if piercing through the void. A stab towards Qin Ying's back. Not good. Danger. The girl would unleash her berserk mode at the slightest disagreement. She must have forgotten that she is now a mother. Once the berserk mode is activated, all clothes instantly exploded. The body is exposed. The ghost probably doesn't feel like explaining today again. It's fine. In a critical moment, Qin Ying remained calm in the face of danger, let out a cold snort. A backhand punch fiercely struck the incoming cold light. Hung. Minor skills in carving insects. Lo, the cold light was shattered, however, from all directions. More cold light pierced through. A strong sense of crisis. Qin Ying is shrouded, not bothering to deal with the two men in black. He squeezed in tightly. Desire envelops all. At this moment, a cold light suddenly appeared on his back. The distance is so close. Pierced. Qin Ying's expression changed. With a twist of the waist. Hastily dodged. Ultimately, it was a step too late. Tears fall, the garment torn. A line of blood appeared on the tender white skin. Qin Ying was furious. The atmosphere was filled with energy. A frenzied breath swept across the land. He is about to unleash his overwhelming skills, but then suddenly froze. The wild dominance energy came to a halt, did not continue to soar. This moment, Qin Ying felt very frustrated. He is now in the body of a daughter, cannot embrace the battle with clothes, possessing great and overwhelming power. But I couldn't bring it out. Miscalculated. You should find a top-notch treasure garment in the family, worn on the body. Avoid using the overwhelming technique, causing the body to be exposed. Qin Ying has already fallen into the encirclement. 4 men in black. Prepare the formation. Surround him in the middle. The first to strike. 2 men in black capturing his attention. At this moment, he has fled with injuries. Qin Ying cast a cold glance at the 4 men in black. The figure of the other person was elusive, as if ready to vanish at any moment. Assassin. A skilled assassin in the art of killing. Moreover, every person. It is the power of the triple ground realm. It seems like a chilling scene of murder. Qin Ying frowned, wondering if this matter is related to Zhu Yuanbai. Could it be that he set up such a trap on purpose? Finally, a hero saves the beauty. Just thinking about this possibility, Qin Ying is in a terrible state. I hope I'm just overthinking. Otherwise, I'll cut you down sooner or later. Qin Ying gritted her teeth. The figure in black began to fade away. Qin Ying let out a cold snort. When he rose to power in his past life, I have encountered countless assassination attempts. They have encountered dangers several times worse than this. How to deal with this skilled assassin who excels at concealment? Qin Ying can be considered very experienced. As the assassin was about to conceal his figure, Qin Ying lunged forward, rushed towards one of the assassins. Da Jai's fierce strike. The figure has already vanished from the spot. The other 3 people. At the moment Qin Ying made his move, also hidden away. Trivial skills. Qin Ying let out a cold snort. Conceal one's form. Who wouldn't? When he first rose to prominence, facing countless assassinations, the art of concealment, he is also skilled at it. Qin Ying continued to charge forward. Da Jai sweeps across the 4 corners. Even if we can't see the enemy, continuously attacking. Prying, thick smoke billowed. Smoke billowed. Dodge eye sweeps across all directions. Even if we can't see the enemy, continuously attacking, prying, smoke billows heavily. Smoke billows,